Over the past few years, I've been pushing myself out of my comfort zone and embarking on some rather long ultra running challenges, partly due to my own intrigue, but also to entertain you guys out there and maybe even inspire some of you along the way. And today, I found a new one. I've just started a rather unique challenge. I'm going to be running 48 miles or 77 kilometers, which doesn't sound too bad until you hear the fact that I must cover 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours. The 4x4x48. 4 a.m. that graveyard shift. I'm hoping it just gets easier from here on. All right, this is the plan for the next 2 days. So I'm starting at 4 p.m. on Thursday, which is in just a couple of hours' time, and it's fashionably just started raining outside. Lovely. And then I'm going to be finishing exactly 48 hours later at 4 p.m. on the Saturday. And I'm actually going to be mixing up a little bit. So I am going to start off at home here, and then I'm literally going to move around locations, jotting around, jumping around, meeting different people for different runs, jumping in my car, getting the train, so on and so forth. So I've made myself a plan so I know where I need to be and when I need to be there. Otherwise, I'm definitely will forget. Now, obviously, I'm covering a heck of a distance here, and it is far, but that's not the bit that is worrying me the most. It's actually the recovery and the sleep deprivation, because I've worked this out. So 4 miles, that's probably going to take me in the region of 40 minutes per run. That's leaving me somewhere around 3 hours 20 between each of the runs. That's time for me to get changed if I even decide to, try and get some sleep, food, move location, so on and so forth. That is not much time. And I know that may not sound like that much, but I feel like that is going to catch up and bite me in the backside later on. So yeah, wish me luck. I think it's time to start getting ready for this first run. All right, here we go. Timer is starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, first run. Let's do this. Well, the rain has stopped for me, fortunately. Does mean though, it's a little bit wet and boggy along the canal. So I've certainly christened my box fresh shoes for today on run number 1. You've got to do that at some point, haven't you? Run 1 done.
How did it go?
That's good. Just 47 hours and 29 minutes remaining.
Easy.
Lovely. Now time to warm up, get dry, get some food in, pack my stuff up, and head on over to Bath to meet some other people for run number 2. This is brutal. Only one run down. I just had to peel myself off the sofa from this very cozy living room. My partner cuddled up there with the dog. Run number 2. Here I come, off to Bath. Wow, how cool is this? I've come into Bath. I've got a group of runners who've come out to run with me and motivate me. So thanks ever so much to them. But also to all you guys out there who sent in messages of support, and also those that have done the 448 before and sent in a bit of advice. The common theme seems to be try to get the sleep in where you can, because sleep deprivation is hard. Now, a bit of a background on the 448. It is the brainchild of David Goggins, also called the Goggins Challenge. And if that name seems familiar, that's because he's an ex-Navy SEAL, ultra-marathon runner, ultra-distance cyclist, just a bit of an all-round legend, really. And he hosts the 448 each year, normally around April, May time, I believe. But he's given us the all clear, the green light, the thumbs up for us to do it now. partly because it's kind of a less busy time of year for us triathletes. So if you're feeling inspired, please do organise your own 4x4x48. Talking of which, I've got a group of rather cold-looking runners behind me that have kindly come out. They're sheltering out of the rain. It's just gone 8 p.m, so I think it's time we get run number 2 on the road. Let's do it. Thank you, everyone. Brilliant. Yay. So, run number 2 down. I've got a good few hours now until run number 3 at midnight. So, what better way to kill time than a couple of drinks? Hey. 2 familiar faces for run number 2. We are falling out of the pub at midnight, off for run number 3. I've still managed to hang on to a couple of them from run number 2. They were lured in by a couple of drinks. Yeah. Cheers, guys. Thanks for coming. All jokes aside, it was brilliant having the company and meeting some new people. However, it's still very early on in the challenge and I do have an underlying nervousness as to what I'm taking on and how I'm going to feel as I get further in. If you would like to show your support, I have decided to raise money for the Challenged Athletes Foundation, a charity that aims to provide opportunities and support to people with physical challenges so that they can pursue active lifestyles and get involved in sport. They do an amazing job, so any contributions are very much appreciated. All proceeds go directly to CAF. The link to the CAF fundraising page is in the description below this video. I'll be discussing more about CAF later on, but for now, it's time to get this show on the road. Well, run 3 done. All the lovely people that have come in to run with me have gone. The camaraderie's gone, sadly. So it's just me. Yeah, I'm gonna head home, try my hardest to get some sleep, get some shut-eye, because I'm gonna need it. And then I'm gonna head out for a run on my own at 4 a.m. If I can, I might convince Reggie, my dog, but knowing him, it'll be a flat no. So yeah, let's get going. Home. All right, I get it. This is hard. Run number 4 a.m. I have managed to sleep, but a very small amount. And yeah, I'm up. This hurts. I really want to be asleep right now. Okay, so another 4 miles. On my own this time as well, which is making it even harder. In the dark. Let's do this. Despite a couple of very kind offers, I actually chose to run at 4 a.m. alone, simply to allow me to roll out of bed minutes before the run and straight back. But I must say, the lack of company when it's cold, dark, wet, and my body hasn't woken up is hard. I managed a little over an hour's sleep before this run and hope to get near to 2 hours after this one. Ouch. I'm certainly looking forward to the company again soon. Yeah, run 4 done. To be honest, I did wonder at the start of this challenge, how hard could it really be? I mean, 4 miles, it's quite manageable. And it is at the moment. I'm sure I'm going to regret saying that. But that was really hard, getting up in the middle of the night and going for it. And this is only night, well, first night. God knows how it's going to feel another 24 hours later, getting up at 4 a.m. tomorrow. So yeah, I am going to go straight back to bed. I'm very dehydrated, so I'm going to get some water, get a protein shake in, and just get to bed. Here's Brian. Morning. Hey. We're off for a little jog around, odd down. Oh, it's good having someone to motivate me, get me out. Run number 5. Thanks, Brian. Done. Woo! Now time for some breakfast.
Yeah, buddy.
Here he does a good coffee as well. Time for some emergency supplies. I know they always say you shouldn't go to the shops when you're hungry, but I'm doing it. Yeah, got myself some little treats. There are some greens underneath there, don't worry. Yeah, I'm gonna need these. I tell you what, it is nice to be home. Had a shower, had a shave, feel a bit more human, and yeah, just chilling out a little bit. Had a bit of food, and I'm just kind of sorting a bit of admin now, charging lights, uploading a bit of footage. Yeah, it's nice not to actually be kind of popping between pubs or restaurants or something just to keep warm. But yeah, it's been really cool running with Brian this morning, and now I'm going to meet up with some other people who are coming actually to my house very shortly, in half an hour's time, for run number 6. All right, let's get all this stuff sorted.
Hey, boy, ready for another run?
Yeah. Run number 6.
Yeah, the sun's shining. Hey, ready to go?
We got a guide as well, here we go.
Yeah.
Lead bike.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, let's go!
Taking us up some steep hills now. Not sure that's wise when you're only 48 miles and might regret this later.
48 hours.
Another one in the bank.
Yep.
Guys,
Last one.
that passed so much quicker than my 4 a.m. one.
All right, so Mark is halfway through his 6.4 Ks every 4 hours for 2 days challenge. It's not very catchy, is it?
4 miles every 4 hours, 48 hours.
Oh yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah,
But,
yeah, he's halfway through. 24-hour run is coming up just in a little while now. He's run 6 times. 24 miles covered, nearly a marathon. How are you feeling?
Good, and a lot better having your company for the last run. 4 a.m. was disgusting. Very limited sleep. I think I had about 3 hours in total last night. Just very disjointed sleep. I know you're very used to this.
Keep that up for another 6-8 months, and then you know what it's like to have twins.
But the worst bit actually was just getting out the door. It was hammering it down. It was
He means
cold.
rain when he says hammering it down. It was pouring with rain.
Yeah, it was cold. I basically, because I was trying to get as much sleep as possible, I woke up about 5 minutes before. So it was just a bit of a horrible experience. But I'm getting there.
Hopefully it won't rain tonight for your 4 a.m. one. Any niggles, any injuries creeping in 24 miles in?
No, feeling a little bit tender in my legs at the moment, but nothing to be too concerned about. I have been quite sensible with my foot choice this time. Now, I've done a couple of these kind of silly distance events before, and I have once before had a little issue with my ankles, and from that I did learn to use a well-cushioned shoe. So I've actually, I don't know if this is a bit rude picking this up at the table, but I'm using the On-Cloud Strata, so it's quite a well-cushioned shoe. I used it for Norseman actually, which is when I did have a bit of a niggle in my ankle and had no issues during the event. So yeah.
So far, so good.
So far, so good, yeah.
Well, good luck with it, Mark. I won't be seeing you at 4 a.m., but maybe I'll see you for your last run tomorrow morning.
Thanks, mate.
Run number 7, and it's cold. I was meant to be meeting a friend who, unfortunately, has just broken their toe. So Reggie is coming with me. Aren't you, Reg? Aren't you? So if it's a slow run, it's Reggie's fault. Okay? Ready? Let's go.
Right, I have been pre-warned on these challenges, or the 4x4x48, to keep it simple. 0 elevation or as little as possible. Keep it flat, keep it simple, keep it easy, just tick those runs off.
So I couldn't help myself. I mean, look at this view. Sun setting, moon's come up. I just had to go for it. Went for the hilltop, lovely trail up. To be honest though, this is what running's all about to me. Dreamy. Wow. Love it. Come on, Reggie, onwards. Let's do it. Go, go, go. This way, this way. What he's doing now is trying to distract me with sticks. Just trying to find sticks for me to throw to him so that he doesn't have to run. Anyone else got a dog like that? Got a collie because we thought he'd be super active. Oh, I'm feeling tender. Time to get the foam roller out. Fire on. Bit of TLC time. Run number 8. I'm getting there, slowly but surely. And I've come to meet some more people. I'm running with my local running club, Avon Valley Runners, and I've got Gary and Tim kindly out to join me. So we're going to do a couple of loops around Bradford on Avon. Thanks, guys. Cheers for coming. Hey, awesome. Let's do it. Well, this is what I love about the running community. Everyone has got behind me and offered to join me and help me along, even at the most unsociable of hours. Speaking of which, now is probably a good time to tell you more about the Challenged Athletes Foundation, what they do, and what really motivated me to do this challenge in the first place. Well, this is really awesome. Today, I'm joined by all-round legend of triathlon, Bob Babbitt, and also co-founder of the Challenged Athletes Foundation, CAF. Hi, Bob. Thanks so much for joining me midway through this epic challenge.
Anything that David Goggins comes up with is going to be hurtful.
I tell you what, a mean man.
Suffer. If Goggins' name is connected to basically running 4 miles, every 4 hours? So you're about 20 some miles into this thing?
That's right, yeah. I've just done leg 8 and I've been through the night. I'm quite sleep deprived. I had about 3 hours last night. I'm not looking forward to the next 4 a.m. shift coming up, but I'm doing okay. I feel okay. And I'm really fortunate people have come out and joined me for pretty much every run so far, which has been so cool. But it's all for a good cause. I am obviously doing this for the Challenged Athletes Foundation, CAF, which you have been pivotal in. You've been there from the start with CAF. So I'm really keen to, for myself also, to learn a little bit more about CAF, also educate some of our viewers out there. So what does the CAF or Challenged Athletes Foundation do?
Well, what we do is really everything goes back to when a buddy of ours actually goes back to the sport of triathlon. So a buddy of ours was a football player, American football player at Yale back in 1985. And he was going to acting classes on his motorcycle and was hit by a bus, thrown 90 feet in the air, dead on arrival, lived, lost his lower left leg, and with a walking leg, came back and ran a 3:16 marathon, right? Not the high-tech stuff you see today. But so then I met him when I had Competitor Magazine in Kona. He came over to Ironman World Championship and went 10:42. This is like late 80s, early 90s, 10:42 with a walking leg. So he became, the Pele of challenged athletes, right? The one-legged guy who can do anything. Well, 8 years later, he was doing a triathlon and a van goes through a closed intersection, hits the back of his bike, propels him headfirst in the pole. Guy's an amputee, becomes a quadriplegic. And that's when myself and two buddies got together. And the goal was, we knew the sport of triathlon. Let's put on a little triathlon. We'll raise $25,000 and we'll get Jimmy a van with hand controls. Because when you're paralyzed, you lose independence. And all of a sudden, mom and dad are back in your life. So that was the goal. Raise 25. We ended up raising 49. Thought our job was done. And then 3 amputee women who were friends of Jimmy and had participated as a relay came to us and said, hey, it's great what you did for Jimmy, but did you know if you get injured, your health insurance covers a walking around leg or an everyday wheelchair. Nothing to do with sport is covered because they consider sport a luxury item. So we decided to get our, what we call a 501(c) and become official charity. And if someone needed a piece of equipment, training, or travel to stay in the game of life through sport, CF would be there forever and a day. And now it's been 28 years. We've raised $134 million. We've sent out over 35,000 grants to athletes in 73 countries around the world in 105 different sports, Mark. Who knew there were 105 different sports?
That is amazing. And what a story. So how do you help these people on a day-to-day basis? What sort of support do they receive?
Say you've got somebody who needs a prosthetic leg. They want to run. They're getting a walking leg from their doctors, but those high-tech prosthetic running legs are $15,000. Our partnership with Oser, which makes those high-end legs, that allows us to present these high-end prosthetic legs to these kids and adults, and it changes their life. We both know there's power in sport. Sport makes you better in everything you do, right? Makes you a better parent, makes you a better employee, employer. It's an essential part of life, and if we can provide sport, then we feel pretty good.
Wow, that's giving me goosebumps. I mean, if that doesn't move you, I don't know what would. So, guys out there, please, this is an amazing charity. So if you would like to donate, we are popping the link for the fundraising and charity page below this video. So please get involved and donate should you wish to. But thanks ever so much, Bob, for joining us today. It's always a pleasure chatting to you. Thanks again.
Mark, thank you. And best of luck with the rest of your run, man. Go kick it.
Cheers, man. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's 4 a.m. graveyard shift. Oh man, this is disgusting. It's right in the middle of sleep. Broke that sleep pattern rhythm. That said, I don't think this is any harder than yesterday's 4 a.m. shift, so it's a bonus. But yeah, at least we set my alarm as close to 4 a.m. so I just roll out of bed, but it means I'm very stiff, very cold. We're getting it done. That was probably one I've been dreading the most. Done. Fini. Straight back to bed for me. Trying to get as much sleep as I can. Don't feel too bad. Just would quite like a little bit more sleep. Right, let's go. Run number 11. Gotta be honest, I've slightly delayed this one, which I know is outside the rules. But I'm gonna do the park run. How cool is that? Got the company, Cassie, partner, and Joe. Hey. It's all the hard stuff done. Now on the flat. That's good. Almost there now. We're almost finished.
Did you manage to make it 4 miles, or do you have another mile left?
I've actually got about a K to go. Bath Park run, done. I went slowly, I went with some friends, which was really nice. Again, just really cool running with other people. Gotta be honest, pretty bleary-eyed this morning. I think I had about 4 hours sleep last night, had about 3 the night before. Yeah, I feel a tiny bit fragile. But yeah, I am currently at 5.5K, so I've got about another K to go. So as much as it pains me, I've got to keep going. See you guys in a bit.
Almost done. Yep, I am 44 hours in. That means I've done 44 miles, or actually a bit more because I've kind of played it safe on some and been running with others, and they've taken me a little bit further than maybe I would like to. But I'm feeling good. Only thing with having bent the rules slightly to do the park run and going at 9 a.m, which I think was worth it because I got to run with some really amazing people, is that I had less rest between the park run and this run. So I've only had sort of, I don't know, 2.5 hours at most. So this is it. I'm almost there, guys. How cool is this? Right, let's do it. Oh, my legs are definitely a bit tender now. Been feeling okay, but yeah, definitely a slight wince on every step. But yeah, going all right. I was here at 4 a.m, back again. Nice little loops of odd down track. So one of the minor things you wouldn't really think about with this that actually makes it quite hard is not just the lack of recovery of sleep, it's also the fueling. So obviously I'm hungry, but trying to get fuel in that's not too heavy and then affecting the next run, which might be in just like 2 hours time or something. So I've been struggling with that a bit. I've been having protein shakes, protein bars quite a lot just to kind of get the calories in, try and recover as best as possible. But yeah, just had a bacon bagel. I've got stitch. Actually, it's the first stitch of the 48 hours, so I've done quite well, but yeah, there's been a few unpleasant stomach feelings going on, but yeah, not too bad. Well, that is 48 miles and some. The 4x4x48, David Goggins, you are a mean man. That is some serious challenge. I knew it was going to be tough, but it's tougher in so many ways that I really wasn't expecting. The eating, obviously the sleep deprivation, and also just moving around, meeting different people, which was amazing, don't get me wrong, but that did add another complication and element of fatigue to it all. But yeah, guys, thanks so much to all of you for your support, the messages I received, those that came out and ran with me. Please do check out the Challenged Athletes Foundation website, see the amazing work that they do. And if you would like, please do donate to the charity. We've got the link in the description down below this. It really is a fabulous charity. And if you would like, you can also check out one of our videos on the channel, also in the description down below. But a couple of people have also messaged and said, are you going to do 12 or 13? And what they mean by that is I have technically finished. I've done the 48 miles. I did my last run at 12 o'clock, but the clock runs through until 4 p.m, which is now. And so do I do an additional bonus run, a 13th run? What do you think David Goggins would do? I think he'd do the 13th run, wouldn't he? So here I go. Cheers.